Yes, perfect. So the start of execution week, the execution phase. So first off, it is important to understand what we've done in the higher time frame, because if you can't understand that, then of course it's very futile. So what we've done on the higher time frame is we have created a boundary to go into the lower time frame. That is important. That is the first step of a mechanical plan. And inside that first step, of course, we had many small little steps that we needed to take. For example, structure. And if we zoom in on structure, we had short-term ranges, all small little steps, which leads to a bigger step from higher time frame to now execution. So you have boundaries that you're constantly working with. That's exactly what we need to have. Because when we have those guidelines, executing it becomes very easy. And all we need to do is control our emotions. So right here, if we go to progress and we move on to execution, and then we go to the basics right there. This is the first step. Basics. Determine the type of trader you want to be. Now, again, all these topics right there, these will be videos in itself. So that is very important to understand. So right here, we just have the intro to sort of guide you. And then you can already start thinking of certain things. For example, for the basics, you can already start thinking. Determine the type of trader you want to be. How can you determine that? What is your time schedule? What do you like? Do you like swing trading? Do you like scalping? What do you like? Already think of that. Determine the session you want to trade. And determine your pair. Master one execution pair. Use time frames efficiently. This is things we will all go over, so don't worry. As well, trading plan, exactly things we will go over. This is just inspiration. Don't take this and run away with it. No. This is just inspiration to get an idea of how you can do it. But we will have different trading plans for you right here. So that is very important to understand as well. Then, determine the type of trader you want to be is, of course, as well, if you want to be a scalper, then you need to ask yourself, is scalping truly benefiting you? Or is it just because you think more trades equals more money? That's all kind of things that we need to think of when we form our trading plan, etc. We want to find our thing that we truly like and that we are very good at. So if you're better at swing trading, then swing trading might be the thing for you. And don't force scalping just because you think that more trades equals more money, because that's not true. So that is very important to understand as well. Then we move on to entries. Write down your entry pattern. How do you want to get in sync with your established higher time frame analysis? Again, that is the boundary that we're setting. Exercise. All things we will go over. Determine your risk management, including risk percentage, stop loss target, and break even. Everything you need, right? Count the confluences, entry pattern, exercise. All things we will go over. Then the conditions. These are, again, high probability conditions and low probability conditions. That is the thing you would want to focus on a lot, because that still comes back. The higher time frame is still continuously a part of the execution week as well. Then journaling. So journaling your trades, etc. Simplifying. Why simplifying is so important. That is a thing we will dive into a lot. Because a lot of people misunderstand that in a certain way. And why simplifying is so important is exactly what we will go over as well. So you can already take a look at this and prepare your mind to go into execution. Now again, the time frames, how to combine it, where to enter, etc. All things we will go over. The main part I want you to focus on right now is the basics, because this will also be the first video. So determine the type of trader you want to be, determine the session you want to trade. So already take a look at your time schedule and think, all right, I'm quite busy during the day. Maybe I do have some time in the evening. Maybe I want to swing trade. Maybe I want to focus on just using 1 hour entries, because that I do have the time for. Perfectly fine. We can do that. Then determine your pair, etc. All things we will go over. Different trading plans, everything you can use. Again, at the beginning of the videos, it will likely be very vague, and then at the end of the execution week, everything will be cleared up and it will be as clear as possible. So that is, of course, what I want you to take into account as well. Then the exercises as well. These are some of the things that you can already take a look into. Now, again, don't use the exercise right now. That's very futile, because first you need to watch every video and even the MMP video, but you can already get an idea of what kind of entry pattern you might want to use. That is very important. But again, that can only be done after the second video where we go over the entries, right? So that is very important as well. Then if you do have questions right now, then please do write them down, because that is great. That is awesome. Write them down and they will likely be answered in the videos as well. So that is the execution intro. Again, prepare yourself for all the information. Preparing yourself does not mean that you now dive into everything and you try to figure out everything right now. No, also take a rest, right? It's a weekend right now, so take a rest, or whenever you're watching this video, take a rest, because you've just had a load of information coming to your brain by higher time frame. So it's also time to take a rest, let that sink in, then eventually we can move on to execution as well. All right, perfect. Thank you.